The Pittsburgh Steelers are less than a week away from making their 17th overall selection in the 2023 NFL Draft. Me and my friend over on Instagram, Steelers Landing, Amin. If you don't know him, go give him a follow. I love Amin. Puts out great content. But me and him kind of collaborated on a mock draft, as we do. It's yearly tradition at this point. And I wanted to make a video running through it. We have some pretty realistic picks and kind of wanted to, give you guys an opportunity to see what we're thinking less than a week before the NFL Draft. We'll jump right into it. 17th overall, we took Joey Porter Jr., defensive back out of Penn State. Now, the reasoning for this pick is pretty simple. We all know the story, Joey Porter Jr., the family ties into Pittsburgh, but we feel like this pick is going to be the right one. On 93.7 for the Fan today, Andrew Filipponi was talking about how he feels Joey Porter Jr. will be there at 17. It just feels likely. We don't think that there will be a tackle like Paris Johnson Jr. or Peter Skoronski there at 17. And we don't necessarily see a top corner being there like Devin Witherspoon or Christian Gonzalez. But Joey Porter Jr. at 17 being there feels like it's going to happen, especially if there's a run on, the two top tackles, the two top corners, the four quarterbacks, all there. It feels like Joey Porter Jr. will be the pick at 17 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Barring a trade up, there's obviously been the Jalen Carter rumors, the trade up for Paris Johnson rumors, which I'm a fan of both of those, by the way. But we feel like if we stay pat at 17, Joey Porter Jr. is the most likely pick. Moving on to basically our second first-round pick. Shout out Omar Khan and Ryan Pace. Shout out the con artists for fleecing the Chicago Bears for the 32nd overall pick, in which we are going to take DeWand Jones, offensive tackle from Ohio State. Now, this is a pick that we feel is so Mike Tomlin. It has been written on the walls for months. The entire pre-draft process, Mike Tomlin has been completely enamored with these Ohio State offensive tackles. Hence the Paris Johnson Jr. trade-up rumors. Hence why we took DeWand Jones here at 32. DeWand Jones, obviously 6'6" plus, over 350 pounds, an absolute beast of a human being, a true people mover. Getting him as a potential star left tackle at 32nd overall is absolutely insane value for the Steelers here. It's basically a free pick. So DeWand Jones just feels like the pick here at 32. Moving on to 49th overall, second round, we're going to take Siaki Ika, defensive tackle from Baylor. Now, this self-admittedly is one of my own picks. This has my fingerprints all over it. This has been one of my biggest draft crushes since the pre-draft process. If you have not seen any Siaki Ika film, go watch some. It is so fun. He is the true definition of a run stopper. He's a people mover. He is an absolute menace. It's just so fun to see him play. I would love to see him in black and gold. He fits it. He wears the number 62. That's big and ugly. We like Siaki Ika. This is a Siaki Ika page right here, and I will be his biggest fan if he is a Pittsburgh Steeler at the 49th overall pick. Feels like the perfect spot for him and the perfect landing place. Pair him with Cam Hayward, Larry Ogunjobi. It'll be fun to watch this defensive line play. Moving on, third round, we're going to take Jordan Battle, safety from Alabama. And this is a name that a lot of people know, but he's not super high up on draft boards. He seems like a common late day two guy. And this, getting him at the third round here, feels like insane value for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Obviously, we have DeMonte Casey and Keanu Neal we think they're kind of going to fight for the starting strong safety position, but we don't really know. We don't have really a set starter. So we feel like they won't take a safety super early, but getting a guy like Jordan Battle, who's had years of starting experience at Alabama, late in the third round, that feels like really good value and a guy that can be a high impact player. Obviously, we can have the two Alabama safeties, Minka and Jordan Battle, working together. It just feels like a nice pick here for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Moving on, our next selection will be Owen Pappoe, linebacker from Auburn. And the thing about Owen Pappoe is he's very quick and he's very good in coverage. Two things that this Pittsburgh Steelers linebacking core completely lacked last season. Devin Bush, Robert Spillane, neither of them quick, neither of them good in coverage. Owen Pappoe feels like a guy that can kind of fill that void. A late round filler, take a shot on him. Butkus Award finalist last year, all-team SEC. Seems like a very solid player for this late in the draft. Moving on, we have Ochan Mathis, who is a defensive end. And we kind of feel like this guy is very boom or bust. He was very productive in his 3 years at TCU, transferred to Nebraska, where he had a pretty productive year, and he had a good game at the East-West Shrine Bowl, so he doesn't feel like that much of a gamble to us, but he's still a late-round guy that we have some confidence in. He can be a solid role player, and it adds some much-needed depth to a position like edge, where we don't necessarily have a whole lot of flexibility behind, of course, T.J. Watt and Alex Highsmith. And for the last selection, 251st overall pick, we have Stetson Bennett. Now, Stetson Bennett, you either love Stetson Bennett or you hate Stetson Bennett, and I'm in the boat that I love him. He's a great leader. I love Stetson Bennett. 2 national championships, obviously had all the help in the world in Georgia, but 251st overall for a guy that can be your backup for years down the road, a guy that is a proven winner, and a guy that doesn't necessarily have that high of a ceiling within the NFL, but he has that experience, and he is a guy that's willing to sit down and learn, and he can be a guy that comes in and plays a game or two a year at the end of the year after we've already clinched the 1 seed, right? Because we're winning the Super Bowl this year. But yeah, Stetson Bennett, definitely one of my guys in the draft, and I feel like it's a possibility. But all of these guys, very talented. We hope to all see them in black and gold here in less than a week. Let me know what you guys thought of this mock draft that me and Amin did. Was there anything you would change, anything you do differently? Please let me know in the comments down below. I'll see you guys later, and thanks for watching.